Dontay London, YouTube is helping me move into my new apartment, y'all. Let's go ahead and watch it. Give it a watch. I have been tuned in, very much so tuned in. So I seen it on my front page, and I'm tuned in to say the least. So let's just get started. I ain't gonna do too much talking. Let's just watch it, y'all. Let's watch it, y'all. I'm
back.
I say I'm just so proud of him for grinding and making this possible. His wife, he's doing good for his son, and I'm just proud. I am genuinely proud, man. Proud, man. Young black man getting to the bag. Young black couple getting to the bag. You feel me?
To another day in the life with your man's Dontay. Like the video right now. Before we even get started, you gotta show me.
Yes, sirski. I support. Oh, can I go back? Oh, can I go back? Oh, there we go.
Some love. Liking the video will help the video get seen by more people. It's a tremendous support. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel right now. If you don't know who I am, subscribe. I promise you will love my content. You will love me as a person. You will not regret it. Subscribe to the channel right now. For the people who's been watching,
I must say, to me, he seems pretty genuine. He seems pretty transparent, for what I've seen. So, hey, can't do nothing but support. You feel me? Support. And I seen that he's been doing this for a while, and finally came up. I got the same hat. Hold on. His might be the real version, though. His might be the real version, though. Anyway. God! Alright, back to the video.
me, y'all know where to love that, man. Welcome back to another day. Hey, let's get straight into it, man. 9 more days before I officially move out of my low-income apartment for the first time in my life. Now, I want to have a heart-to-heart with y'all today because it really feels surreal right now.
And I see he went ahead and took the jump as well. Sorry for keep pausing. I'm gonna let it play. But I see he was talking about like saving up and stuff. And I see he just said, screw it. You know, I mean, if you got the money and you know what I'm saying, you got the means, you know, and you got, I mean, if you got the backup, you know, I know his mom, he said his mom was saying like, you know, save up and stuff and whatnot. But I don't know. It seemed like, you know, he's pretty, what do you call it, have a drive. So it seemed like he going to make it regardless. And I see he got sales job and stuff. So should be good. Should be straight. It'll be straight. It'll be good.
No, right? It all.
Oh, Starbucks, man. Yeah, I know I'm a. I haven't had Starbucks in a minute, man. That's tough. Maybe one of these days. Anyway. I said I was gonna stop pausing.
As a man, and how much of an accomplishment or how many accomplishments I made as a man. Right now, this is where I'm about to tell you a little bit about me if you don't know. Even for the people who know who I am a little bit, man, just still gonna touch home a little bit, man. Like, I was at rock bottom in my life last year, right? I'm talking about I had no money in my accounts. I wasn't making much money on my YouTube channel at all. I'm talking about I was still at like around maybe
Motivation, no cap. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep pausing, but no cap. It's just straight motivation for real. Like grind, consistency. I know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? I've been on YouTube for a while and on and off. Never been consistent. So I'm just really trying my best, trying my hardest to work on it. It's hard, but it's possible. So just gotta make it happen. That coffee is very aesthetically pleasing. Sorry. My fault, y'all. I had to go get some my chicken what's this thing's called? My chicken fries out the air fryer. Call me big bag, whatever you want to call me, but I don't know if y'all ever had the Tyson chicken fries. But they is actually good. Sister just picked them up today. First time trying them. And put you a piece of bread on there. Make you a little chicken sandwich. Make you a little chicken sandwich. But anyway, let's get back to it.
lazy because I was just
No, I almost worked at McDonald's, but the manager was acting weird and funny, so I was just like, forget it. Like, the manager didn't come to the front and just was like, tell her, I don't know, it was like weird.
always trying to chase money in other ways. That's what I'm talking about. My brother opened the door for the lady. You know, chivalry is not common nowadays. I open the door for my wife every day. You know, come on, fellas out there, you gotta open the door for your woman, man. Mm-hmm. For your mom, you know, whoever, any woman that's significant in your life, open that door for them. Mm-hmm. Right? Type. Just want to say that. But what a lot of people don't know, and just hanging there with me, man. Listen to me. I'm about to tell y'all some stuff. I want y'all to really get to understand me, and so y'all can have a better, right, a deeper connection with me when you watch my content. So if you really know me, it'll make the content so much better. Cause I know a lot of people, you probably just came across me, or you watch me occasionally, or you may watch me often but not every day, right? If you understand me and who I am and how I think, everything on my channel will start to make sense. Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of people who come across content creators don't really go back and actually watch the journey. You just watch the newer uploads.
I went back.
But it's very important to really understand the content creator, especially somebody like me who's...
I went back. I said, dang, bro was really putting in work. On his Damien, you know, Damien and Bianca. I said, dang, bro. You can actually dance too. I seen that you dancing in Instacart. I mean, that video when you and your girl was doing Instacart.
At him performing a song. but I did have a channel with all my dance videos on there. But some of my dance videos are actually on my Facebook. You would just have to scroll all the way back to like 2018, 19, 2020. My Facebook is Dontay London, by the way, if y'all want to check out my content on there. I post content on there from time to time. But that's my only other social media. But anyways, I got into YouTube because I was looking for another way where I could still entertain and make money. So it was just the idea, and I didn't know. It almost didn't happen, right? I almost didn't continue doing this because when I first started, I didn't get no views. Of course, it took me like 6 months to get, I don't know, 500 subscribers or something like that. I didn't reach my first 1,000 until the next year, right? And then 3 months after I reached 1,000, I had reached my 4,000 watch hours.
Out on YouTube myself. I was on and off. Funny story. I was supposed to do it with my little T, my person, but I ain't gonna talk on it. I ain't gonna talk on it. It just didn't work out, man. It wasn't giving the same effort, so I just gave up. I don't know.
Oh, but that shows when I.
But see what happens when you give up. See what happens when you don't give up.
Believe in something, I stay committed. Being broke, me being at rock bottom in life for year after year after year, and I still stay consistent on YouTube because this was like my only hope, right? I'm like, well, I'm not dancing no more. That didn't work out for me. I felt like I wasted 10 years of my life dancing, and now I'm like, damn, now I'm putting all this time into YouTube and it ain't working for me. And it's just like, I ain't,
Yeah.
And it was just like, well,
man, other people, bro, me for them, bro, people would have been gave up, bro. It really takes a strong person, man, to persevere, man, and fight through You know what I'm saying? If some, you know, not seeing immediate results, it really does. Ain't no joke. No cap.
I don't want to give up on this because I see that it has changed other people's lives. That's why I stay consistent, because I was studying like what it was doing for other creators, and I saw like other creators even from the city that I'm from that blew up on YouTube, and I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. You know, and it just didn't happen as fast as I thought it would, right?
DDG from Pontiac, Michigan. Look at him.
And living in market rate. And it's kind of sad to say, you know, it's like I'm a grown man, bro. I'm 28 years old now, about to be 30 years old. Like, I hate that it took me this long to get my life together, or to, you know, at least start making progress to get my life together. And I blamed it on, you know, just not being able to hold a job, man.
We live and we learn, man. I mean, live and we learn, man. It's life, man. You know, I be thinking the same thing myself, man. I be like, man, just should did it a long time ago, bro. You literally sitting here on YouTube, you sitting on these platforms and watching people live their lives and watching people buy houses, cars, clothes, and shoes, provide for their family, and you know, and living a dream life, and you know, not having to punch a clock. And it's just like what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you really doing, man? Watching these people, you know, all this time, you know, take what you need from it, take the motivation, and put it to work. You know, belt time.
Yeah. But you know, that's why I work so hard on YouTube, because I'm like, bruh, I can't hold a job, my life depending on it, so this has to work out for me, man. I have to get this. But you know how scary it is, you know, like hoping and wishing that this will become full-time.
Can't is a strong word though. Now can't, you know,
and how heavy I was dependent on it, it was just like, bruh, it's like this has to work out or I'm gonna just be job to job to job for the rest of my life, bruh.
Nah.
Like, I don't know, I'm just one of those people that has to, like, I have strong work ethic when I'm making my own money, when I'm working for myself. I'm a very creative guy. I like to be able to be free, move around when I want to, do what I want to. And so that's why YouTube is so good for somebody like me, right? Because it's like I have the, you know, the
Tell you that.